So Saturday Night Live, these impressions, whether Will Ferrell during Bush or Tina Fey during Palin, they can actually make an impression among the populace. Before this election season ever began, did you ever look at Larry David and think, that guy could play me someday?
No, I admired him. I loved his television show. But no, I did not make the connection between Larry David and myself.
But now it makes perfect sense, I suppose?
Well, he plays me a little bit better than I play me, so yeah, it does.
You're favored to win the New Hampshire primary.
Don't make me nervous and don't jinx me.
I won't jinx it, I'm sorry.
We think it's going to be a close election. We're working really hard.
So the Clinton campaign is kind of trying to downplay it a little bit. Yeah. Secretary Clinton the other day pointed out that you're from neighboring Vermont, and New Hampshire voters often vote for people from neighboring states. She says it's the neighborly thing to do. Your campaign said that was an insult. Is it an insult?
Well, in this sense, it is. Look, I mean, obviously, Vermont and New Hampshire are separated by a river. We are close states. But you know what? Secretary Clinton won this state in 2008. Her husband ran several campaigns in this state. When we began this campaign here in New Hampshire, we were 30 points down in the polls, and she was much better known in this state than I was. So simply to say, you know, if we win this thing, it's because Bernie lives in Vermont, yeah, I'm not just not accurate.
There was an issue that came out in the last week about Secretary Clinton pushing back on your suggestions that maybe her votes have been compromised, or she's been compromised.
Didn't say that.
Well, how would you phrase it? How would you?
All I said is what is a fact, and if the Clinton campaign wants to contradict this fact, I'd like to hear it. What I said is that she has a super PAC, and she recently, according to her reports, received $15 million from Wall Street. End of discussion. I never said anything more.
Now, her response has been, among other things, to say, nobody can point to a vote that I've ever changed because of this. And your campaign just put out a section from a book by Elizabeth Warren, a 2003 book, in which she noted, Elizabeth Warren, that Hillary Clinton as First Lady had opposed a bankruptcy bill in 1998-99. And then as a senator, she voted for the bill. Elizabeth Warren wrote, I'm just quoting Elizabeth Warren, the bill was essentially the same, but Hillary Rodham Clinton was not. And Warren basically charges that because Hillary Clinton had taken $140,000 from banks, she did change her vote. Now, that's Warren saying it, not you.
Right.
But do you think that's an example of Clinton changing her vote?
This is what I think. I think you have a corrupt campaign finance system. I think you have the Koch brothers, billionaires, ExxonMobil, you have Wall Street, you have pharmaceutical companies pouring huge amounts of money into our political process, undermining American democracy. And it's not an accident that we end up paying the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs. It's not an accident that there's not one Republican candidate who is prepared to stand up to the fossil fuel industry and help transform our energy system to deal with climate change. So I'm not going to go around saying, well, she got this, she did that. That is not my point. I do not have a super PAC, Jake. Okay, I don't want a super PAC. I don't want their money. We are raising money the old-fashioned way for middle class and working families, 3.5 million individual contributions.
So if the suggestion, and let's not make it Clinton specific because I know you're reluctant to do that, but if the suggestion is not that individuals, let's say Democrats, are changing their votes because of campaign contributions, is the suggestion that as legislation is being drafted, people just won't go as far as they normally would because of the money?
Here's what the suggestion is. You tell me, why is it that we pay the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs? Do you think it has something to do with the fact that the pharmaceutical industry has 1,300 paid lobbyists and contributes a whole lot of campaign contributions?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay, so, and why is it that Wall Street today has 3 out of the 4 largest banks that are bigger today than they were when we bailed them out because they're too big to fail? But now, if what you're trying to do here is to say the campaign contributions, you know, resulted in somebody voting this or that way, that is not what I'm saying.
No, that's what I'm asking. I'm asking, is it a more nuanced thing where people along the way, as they're drafting legislation?
It ain't nuanced. Big money controls what goes on in Washington. Every American understands that. You have to be very naive not to believe that the wealthiest and most powerful institutions in this country are contributing huge amounts of money. For what reason? For the heck of it? They just want to have fun and contribute that money? Of course they expect something. But that is different than saying, oh, this candidate took that amount of money and voted that way. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is you have a corrupt campaign finance system. I will do everything I can to overturn this disastrous Citizens United Supreme Court decision. And in fact, I believe we should have public funding of elections.
Okay, but your campaign did send out this excerpt from Elizabeth Warren, and she directly said that Clinton, in her view,
Well,
changed her
that's
vote.
Elizabeth's point. I think the point that we wanted to know, I suspect the point that the campaign tried to make was to identify a particular vote that Secretary Clinton cast. And by the way, they're sending out 10 things a day attacking me. I should just to set the record straight on that.
Hillary Clinton so far has been asked by journalists to release the transcripts from speeches, especially those to Goldman Sachs and others. Do you think she should, and what do you think would be revealed in those transcripts?
No idea. I have no idea what she said. And I think the decision as to whether or not to release it is her decision.
You don't have a position on it at all?